Is it on now?
I think it's jammed up. Nice try.
Oh, dude.
All right, we're back with Freestyle episode 2. Weapon malfunction here.
Keeps jamming.
We got John Paul, the Gator, with us.
Nothing.
No, look at the end. It's stuck in the end.
Oh.
So what's up, man? We're back.
What happened in ping pong?
It's tied 1-1. 1 game to 1.
Did I not have the sickest moves?
It was a comeback. You got lucky on some BS.
It was like 10-5. I'm down. Basically, I just see like opportunity to make a sick comeback. So I distract Dean with stories. So I'm trying to get thinking about something else other than the game. That I made literally the best shots I've ever made in my life. I mean, over the back, top of the racket, over the shoulder.
I don't think any of those happened.
Yeah, they're sick.
Any of those things happened.
Oh yeah, sick.
Anyways, I beat myself is what is ended up happening. I beat myself today.
An L's an L. Ask Meek Mill.
He's all too familiar with those, you're right. So what's up, man? You ran, 16:3? 4.
Yeah.
Yesterday, like 30 seconds after the announcement, got the standards and rolled it. How'd it feel? What's going on?
Yeah, so basically what I want to do I'm just doing the opens for fun this year. There's been previous years where I've been leaderboarding pretty hard, trying to beat certain people in the region. Years previous, we try to like get team together to go to the games. I've done all that kind of stuff. This year, I was just like, you know what? I'm not specifically training for it, but I'm not going to be ashamed to just let people know where I'm at. And so my conditioning's not great right now, nor is it really ever. So I just had fun with it. So I thought a good way to challenge myself was doing something different. So this year is the first year I've ever done it. I saw the workout get announced, and I was like, man, it'd be really fun to run the workout at the same time that Sarah and Katrina did it. Katrin. Excuse me. Sarah and Katrin did it. And I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. And then literally, like, as soon as announced, we were running around trying to get equipment. I just walked to the gym. I didn't really warm up. Loaded everything up.
Yeah, that was zero warm up.
Zero warm up.
Literally, from the office to the
deadlift.
Yeah.
Right away. So, I mean, I had fun with it. It was kind of cool to hear the 3, 2, 1 go and doing it when they were doing it. And the TV was kind of close, so it was kind of cool to see like where I was and where they were. And it was a fun workout. We have some tips up online right now on our YouTube channel. If you go and check those out, that have Dave and Dusty kind of breaking down strategy. They've been doing it all through the opens. But what I would say just doing it is that it's a workout where you want to get bigger sets done early, and then right before you hit that kind of like burnout mode, start dropping into smaller sets. Because deadlifts are just kind of like annoying. Wall balls are annoying. I think that if you push through that part pretty easy, even though you're rowing, the row can be somewhat of a rest. And then it's like trying to get as many handstand push-ups as possible, hoping to get into the next round. So ultimately, unknown, unknowable. It was kind of fun to do like basically a CrossFit style approach to the workout, which was just do it. So it was fun.
Cool, man. Cool.
Back's still a little tight. Probably shouldn't have deadlifted cold.
Back, hamstrings.
My lats are kind of sore too.
What about your shoulders? Any shoulders from the wall balls and rowing or arm pump?
Shoulders aren't bad. I think I was just a little out of shape for that workout.
I found out yesterday that it is very, very easy to catch a pump with strictly bands, a little bit of bands, and like a dumbbell, and you can do a full body workout.
Oh yeah.
Like no problem, and like feel like you weigh like 225 and you're really like 180.
You were pretty swole when you came to the gym yesterday.
I was feeling pretty buff.
Yeah,
I was feeling pretty big.
You look big.
It's those three new 3/4 too. For some reason, just like make your shoulders look massive.
Are we dropping a new 3/4 soon?
We're getting the restock on the 3 colors we have now. Then we're coming out with a black sleeve with the gray.
Okay.
And then a Tahiti blue with like a off-heathered white. So it's kind of like a spring.
Oh, that's cool.
Dope spring color. It's gonna be hella sick. And if you don't like it, whatever. Like we do. So. But yeah, man, we got some.
That's some of your supreme influence right there.
What?
If you don't like it, I don't care.
Yeah, no, it's straight up. That's cool. Like someone will. Yeah, we got that coming out. Been working on a new logo design with one of our athletes. Kind of keeping that on the DL because I don't want to give out too much information right now on it because it's a pretty sick shirt. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah. We've had a lot of fun designing it. So look out for that. It's gonna be like a probably, I don't know, a month or so out for that. But
well, keeping in the style of freestyle, some of the things that we were kind of talking about here in the warehouse is we have on the athlete side John and Jessica. Well, John, but he's married to Jessica. They're going to be doing their show, and they're training for that. We were going to try to get out to Vegas for it, but it didn't really end up happening just due to timing issues. Because I'm going to be in LA with Barbell Brigade and doing some stuff with them.
yeah,
But you know, John's our friend. But what do you think about his transition from weightlifting to bodybuilding, doing this show, and then I heard that he announced online that he wants to get back into weightlifting? Is that a thing?
yeah, I've listened to the podcast. I'm like a little behind because he's just been cranking those out like one a day. He's on fire with that right now. But yeah, it sounds like he's just really getting excited, talking with Coach again, Penlay. Him and Penlay have been talking a lot lately, so he's probably just getting fired up like how he used to feel, you know, when they were together at the Cal Strength and early MDUSA days.
Do you think there's a chance for him to compete again in the USA weightlifting if he wanted to? Do you think he'll
I don't
do it?
see why not. I mean, I think that, they would welcome him back with open arms, I would assume. Like, he's great for the sport. If they wouldn't, like, they're stupid. That's silly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that he would probably just act like he never left. You know what I mean? He's still hitting big weights. He'll probably have to lose a couple pounds, maybe. I don't know, like, depending on where he's at. But I think that it's pretty exciting, you know. And like you said before, like, his transition, it's just pretty cool how somebody like John can show you that you don't have to just be one style of training.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't let it define who you are. If you want to do all of it, do all of it. You know, like that's kind of how he lives his life with everything. So it's kind of cool to see somebody actually like talk about that and then actually do it.
Yeah.
And prove that you can be good at whatever you want as long as you take the time to dedicate to, you know, mastering that craft. Or not, like, I know he's only done one show, and he'll be the first person to say that he's not an expert on it yet. But like, you know, he's just kind of proven that if you want to do something, just do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty cool.
Now, another thing, I was there, so it was pretty cool to see in person. But I have a question when it comes to perspective. The weekend before the Arnold, I'm with D'Angelo Story, one of our athletes that we sponsor. I'm with D'Angelo and David, and they're doing a meet. And D'Angelo hits, I think it was like 206, right? So like 206 is a lifetime clean and jerk PR, competition PR by like, I think like 3 or 4 kilos.
You're talking about Max's gym?
And Max's gym,
yeah.
Right? And so what was interesting is that he actually bombs out of that meet, lifts kind of like sloppy on the snatch, like the pull was there, it looked super strong, but like timing was off.
That was a little weird.
But he hits a huge clean and jerk, and it was kind of fun hanging out with him. I was like, man, okay, cool. And then when I was talking with him, he was just like, you know what, don't worry about this meet. I'm not worried about it. I'm saving it for the Arnold.
Yeah.
You know,
it was just a tune-up meet for him and David both.
It was a tune-up meet, right? So then he goes to the Arnold, 65 on the snatch. I think he goes 6 for 6 at that meet, 65 on the snatch. Then after making 204, 205, jumps to 210. Like, has never put that on the bar.
Crazy.
I think he's maybe cleaned it, but I don't know if he's ever clean and jerked it. I don't know. Like, talking to Kevin.
No, he's never clean and jerked it.
Yeah, I know talking to Kevin, it's never obviously been clean and jerked. So he's coming off a 3 kilo PR or so. Basically, it's like a 6 or 7 kilo PR for competition or lifetime. He puts it on in the meet and ends up clean jerking. Now, for me, like, I'm there, Kevin's jumping, he jumps off the stage, like, I have to grab him, he's freaking out.
He only weighs about 105 pounds.
Yeah, Dee's freaking out. So, like, I have that emotion from actually being there, from someone who is a friend with D'Angelo, but also kind of found out via the social web or through text message. What was, like, hearing that, not seeing it at first, or, like, you're on the live stream.
I watched it on the live stream,
yeah. But what was your thought process, like, as a viewer at home? Like, because I know what emotions I had because I was there.
Yeah.
But, like, I know you're probably just as fired up, but was it, like, when you heard that was what was being called, did you go, like, what the hell?
Yeah. No. It was
like, I don't know, because I'm there and I could see it.
Me and Kelsey.
What do you think? Yeah.
Me and Kelsey were at home watching most of the, watching you lift, watching the whole session on the app on my PlayStation 4 or whatever, on the TV, on the big screen. So I'm just sitting there kind of, rolling out, foam rolling, just kind of relaxing, watching the weightlifting. Kelsey's on the couch doing, she's watching it too, but we're just hanging out. And, yeah, I see him. I know something special is going to happen. Just like watching how he was lifting the whole day. Like, I knew he'd probably try and go for like maybe 207, 208. you know, I think Donnie Schenkel's PWA record's 208.
I think so, yeah.
So, like, I knew he'd want to at least beat that, even though it's not PWA. Like, he would want to either tie it or beat that.
Yeah.
To have the 105 record for, you know, our area where we're from.
Yeah.
So, like, I knew, like, it was a possibility, but when they call out 210, I'm like, oh, shit, that's a gigantic clean and jerk. Like, that's big.
That's big
That's
weight.
insane. And,
Yeah.
like, after the clean, I'm like, that looked way too easy. Like, there's no way he misses this. And then it's actually funny, like, he kind of had, like, a hiccup in the live feed. So, like, he cleans it or whatever, stands it up, and then it kind of freezes. So my intensity or my anxiety and, like, all, like, I'm like, what the hell? Did he make it? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then, so then it, like, freezes, and all of a sudden it stops. And then it kicks back on, and he's, like, lowering it down. The crowd's going nuts. I'm like, holy shit, he just made 210.
Oh,
and I think that's when I texted you.
Yeah, what happened?
And then Mike sent me, C&K
video.
Mike sent me a video on his phone. So it was just, like, it was unbelievable. It was just so, like, of course, the feed cuts out, like, at that exact moment.
Yeah.
You know, just to, like, screw with me or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it was just funny. But it was intense, man. It was cool. I was very happy for him. He's been working really hard. You know, he's had some people doubt him, I think, that, like, kind of, like, fired him up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's kind of just proving the haters wrong, man. Like, every day, it's awesome. I love that when that stuff happens. It's so great.
It's cool, too, because, you know, we also have Ian as an athlete. Ian's on his way to recovery as well.
Yep.
He's hitting some big weights.
He's coming back stronger than ever.
He's hitting big weights. I mean, Morgan right now, basically, May 5th, which is Nationals, is also the Olympic qualifier for the women, I believe. And if Morgan basically drops a kilo or 2 kilos from when she last competed, I think she competed as a 50, and then if she goes 48 and hits basically the same numbers or just a little bit less, and Maddie kind of lifts the same that she did, Morgan, I think, will be our number. I mean, I believe it's going to happen, no disrespect to Maddie, but I really see Morgan making the Olympic team this year.
They're both, you know, it's funny. They're both,
like neck and neck.
Yeah, they're both very, very passionate, very fiery, strong women.
Yeah.
And I think that it's gonna be a battle, but obviously, like, you know,
we want Morgan. Yeah.
we want Morgan, and like, yeah, no disrespect, but it's just, you know, like, I just feel like she's just one of those people that just won't quit till it happens. I know that they're both that way, but
yeah.
it's gonna be very, very fun to watch.
Yeah, and I love the competition, but I also believe too, not to err on any side, but Morgan needs to get the total she needs to qualify and compete, and so does Maddie. But I also feel that, you know, there's more of a, and I love Morgan, you're the best, but there's more of a, like, a clock ticking on Morgan too, because she's approaching, you know, 30, I think, and she's getting a little bit older. Yeah. Whereas I think Maddie will have a long time to continue.
No, exactly.
And I'm not saying that, Morgan, if you're watching this, love you, you keep lifting until you're 100 years old, whatever. But timing-wise, I think that this would just be a really, I know how much, I don't have a relationship really too well with Maddie, but with Morgan, I know how much it means to her and what she's overcome, and a lot of, she's like talking about, but a lot of things that are happening to her physically that a lot of people don't know that she's dealing with or overcoming, that she never makes public knowledge, you know, and she's still just
I feel like
numbers.
that's with a lot of the top tier people, like weightlifting.
True.
And you know, like, you know, and some is worse than others, you know, and some people get like a fingernail broken and they won't touch a bar for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So
I just think it's gonna be crazy in May.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be awesome.
To see who makes the team, because right now unless we do well at Pan Am's, we have no guys. So basically, it comes down to the girls. So you have, like, for sure it's Jenny Arthur. I believe Sarah Robles is definitely in. She's got a huge total, and then I think it comes down for number 3s between Morgan and Maddie. Yeah, like, that's, like, very exciting for USA Weightlifting, and it helps too that they're both, you know, those 2 girls and all the girls are good representation of USA Weightlifting. You know.
I think it's really exciting for us because this is kind of our first Olympic year with, like, really passionate about the sport. You know what I mean? Because it's you know, it's Olympics always every 4 years.
So there technically wasn't Olympics when we had the first start of the company.
Exactly. So like, this is, like, really exciting time for everybody. This is awesome, and in the sport in general. Yeah. You know, like, if you think about USA weightlifting as a whole, yes, it's been, you know, going and going, but, like, as far as, like, the popularity now, it's at an all-time high. With the 2016 Olympics, it's like the first time there's going to be so much, like, eyes on the lifting, like, aspects, and of course the other sports as well. But it's just pretty cool to see, like, everybody getting behind all the lifters on social media, and you know, just watching everybody just train hard, man, trying to make it. So fun, so sick.
Yeah, that's it's interesting to me too. And we were talking about this. We have about 5 minutes left in the show, but what's interesting to me is that a lot of your recent top tier lifters or lifters that are on the rise, they found weightlifting through CrossFit.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people in the early stages didn't want to adopt that idea that CrossFitters could be good at weightlifting.
Yeah.
I think, talking with Danny and talking with you and others, I think you had a group of people who were willing to learn the lifts and to try to find a way to make it the way that they can, but had only CrossFit coaches, and no disrespect to that, they're able to help them, but if you're going to be specific within a sport like weightlifting, you need a weightlifting coach.
Yeah.
So as soon as those athletes realized they're really good at weightlifting and started finding weightlifting coaches, all of a sudden, Morgan King, all of a sudden, you start getting these people that found it through CrossFit, and so I think that's a great feeder system. And I think that, our company's doing a really good job of bridging those gaps of taking CrossFit and weightlifting, specifically the people that might be on the fence about both, be like, hey, look, this is cool, and kind of bringing everybody together. I'm not saying CrossFit or Weightlifting hasn't done a good job of that, but sometimes you need like a social conduit, like us, to kind of help with that.
No, 100%. And other brands also, it's a community thing, and that's what I think that is what grows everything, is just everybody working together and getting things done, like as far as like growing popularity and stuff like that. It's just you just gotta keep your head in the right place, and the athletes are gonna get discovered, by funneling them through, like you just said.
Yeah. So we'll do like some different Freestyle Friday. I was just on the Wadcast podcast. Shout out to those dudes there with Danny. They're kind of cool. And they just a section called like Rapid Fire. I think everyone kind of does it where it's like quick topics. So I might ask you 5 things quick, and then you could ask me 5 things quick. We didn't even discuss this, so it'd be kind of funny.
5 things quick? What kind of things?
I don't know, exactly. I'm kind of making it up as I go.
Oh, shit.
So I'll ask you 5 things, and I'll get your quicker whatever
like
answers.
one-answer questions?
Maybe, or just however you want to answer it. And then you give me 5. We can get through it. We got like 3 minutes. So, First question.
Okay.
In a fight, you're about to get jumped.
Okay.
Who do you want next to you, me or Danny?
Well, I'm going to have to go with you. Danny.
So I'm saying it's a pretty
Danny
close.
can kick ass too, but
And he's a wrestling background.
he does have a wrestling background, but with your size and UFC or MMA background, I would probably lean towards you because of that.
Okay.
Next.
Number 2. You have to choose one sport for the rest of your life: golf or skateboarding.
Rest of my life,
Yes.
I would have to say golf, because that's a sport that you can play forever. Eventually,
But you love both.
I do love both, but golf is a sport where you never. It's the same with skateboarding, but long story short, so we can move on. Golf, because you can go longer playing, and they have different clubs and different tee boxes as you get older to continue to play competitively. And at a good level. So golf.
Favorite color?
It's always between red and blue, 50-50. So I'm going to say if I had to choose one color forever, I'd probably go blue.
If you had to be a superhero, who would you be?
Superman, because he's a Superman.
Exactly. That would be my answer. Number 5. You had to leave the country for a vacation. You can go anywhere you want. Kelsey's with you. Where do you go?
Italy. No question.
No question?
No question. Just look at the hills and drink some espresso, dude. And just chill.
There you
At
go.
a little cafe. Okay.
Minute 20 left on the clock. 5 questions.
Favorite sports team. Favorite sports team.
Of all time?
Of all time.
49ers.
49ers. Favorite restaurant in Sacramento.
Oh, shit. Off the top of my head, it's a split between the Press and Burgers and Brew. Like Burgers and Brew, if I'm just going to eat. The Press, if me and Misha are going to eat.
3. Hoverboard.
Ooh.
Or hoverboard or scooter.
Hoverboard.
Yeah.
That's easy. That's like a no-brainer.
I'm panicking because of the time limit. Okay.
Go on, all right. One more?
2 more.
You got 30 seconds.
Weightlifting or CrossFit?
Fuck.
At the top of your both. You got to choose one out of the other.
Competing, weightlifting, training for the rest of my life, CrossFit.
And apples or oranges?
Apples, because you exert more energy eating it than you do calories going in. So I'm technically working out my mouth.
Okay. Well, I think that's it for Freestyle Friday.
We're out.
See you guys later.